All right. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope all is well and that you had a great weekend and you're refreshed and ready to go this week. Couple of things for today that we're going to go over. All right, so you should see that the Canvas is published now. If you tried to do it earlier, it may not have been. So starting this week, we're going to kind of finish some stuff that we went over last week that we started. And so to start with, we're going to go over slide number 9, I think it is, in your workbook. We're going to go over that together. And then today you'll complete page 10 in your workbook if you have not completed it yet. Tomorrow we'll go over pages 11 and 12 together, and then you'll have a review sheet to make sure you understand how to do the financial work that we'll do in the workbook together. So if you go back to last week, if you don't remember where your workbook is, remember to try to label it, name it, so that you'll be able to find them easy. So you'll click 2.0 workbook. And this is the PowerPoint that goes with it, and then this is the workbook. And so you should have completed these pages last week. If you look at the Zoom from last week, we went over some of these together. So that may help you if you have not completed those yet. And then you should have completed your career development plan and your life map last week. So today we are going to complete this one, page 9 together, the SAE categories. So if you don't have that pulled up, you may want to go ahead and pull it up so that you can tell me what answers you got, and if you haven't done it, so that maybe it can help you figure out the answers. So I'll give you a second to get that pulled up if you don't already have it. All right, so just to review, last week we went over the SAE types. This should be a review for you. Maybe some of you, it's been a while since you had an ag class, so it may be a pretty big review. You may not remember it. Some of you may have taken an ag class recently and kind of remember some of it. So hopefully it's some type of review. For our SAE type, so remember SAE is your project completed outside of class time. It is required in the curriculum. We may not be able to have one this year, we'll see. Just kind of depends on how things go. But if we do, it won't be as strenuous as they have been in the past. It won't require as many hours at least. So with the types of SAEs that you could do, we're just going to quickly kind of review the different types. Entrepreneurship, pretty much basically owning your own business, whether that's a dog walking business or maybe you own your own lawn and garden care business or pet sitting business, anything like that would be entrepreneurship, because that means you're taking the financial risk. You're putting all your money into something, hoping that you get a good return for that money. All right, experimental, where you do an experiment, a scientific experiment. Analytical is a experimental, but you don't actually do the experiment. So you would do the research, come up with, ideas for something, but maybe not actually do an experiment. So for this one that this girl did, she investigated and analyzed problems and then put it together into a marketing display. So hers were whether people prefer store or name brand products. So placement, remember that pretty much means you're placed somewhere, so you're working for someone else in whatever job you may be. I know a lot of you have jobs, and so you're considered in a placement SAE category. Exploratory pretty much kind of means the same with the name. Exploring, that's usually our first year members get to do that. And so you're exploring a career either by interviewing someone or job shadowing or doing research about a career. Anything like that is considered exploratory. Improvement, so you're improving the appearance of either your place of employment, school, home, community, a business, or the living conditions of a family. So examples would be building a fence, computerizing records, remodeling a building, or repairing equipment. So you're improving something. And then supplementary, remember that is just something small that can be done in like a day or less. So that's usually something like changing your oil or raking leaves or, fixing something on a tractor that's a simple fix. Those are all just supplementary things that kind of add on to your SAE. All right. Let's go over these SAE types. All right, the first one, James is working for a company that prepares vaccines for animals. So what type of SAE would that be?
Placement.
Placement is correct. Because they're placed under somebody, working for a company, working for somebody. So placement is correct. All right, Eli can't be the only one that answers. Come on, guys. It's been 5 weeks. Y'all are used to this. Wake up. Start talking. I know y'all are a lot more talkative than this in person. So don't be shy. All right, number 2, Kara is giving horse riding lessons with a horse that she purchased for her farm. So what would that be? You want to make me call on people? You can put it in the chat. You don't have to say it out loud. All right, she's giving horse riding lessons with a horse she purchased for her farm. What's that gonna be? Thank you, Dylan. Put it in the chat. Entrepreneurship is correct. All right, number 3, Adam created a dog sitting service for the people in his neighborhood. What would that be? Camry, what do you think that one is?
Entrepreneurship.
Correct, entrepreneurship. Thank you. All right, Marcel is performing an experiment testing which feed provides the best nutrients for beef cows. So which feed is going to provide the best nutrients for beef cows doing an experiment? So what type would that be?
Experimental.
Yes, thank you, Aaliyah. Experimental. All right, Ashley has taken a part-time job working at a local dog groomer. So what type would that be? If she's taking a part-time job.
Placement.
Thank you, Eli. Placement. All right, Justin is preparing a research presentation on BST and milk for the local extension office. So he's doing research and then he's preparing a presentation. So what would this one be? Trent, what did you say, Leah?
Is it analytical?
Yeah, good job. So she's not doing a direct experiment, but she is doing research. That's not the right one. And then she's making a presentation, so that is analytical. All right, the next one. Wes is thinking about a career as a farrier. He is spending 2 hours shadowing a farrier in his community. Trent, what'd you get for this one? Trent, you there? All right, Spencer, what did you get for this one? All right, Juliana, are you there? What did you, I know you may not have done this yet, I'm not sure, but what did you get for this one?
I didn't do this one yet, but I'll take a guess. Which one was it?
So down here, Wes is thinking about a career as a farrier. He's spending 2 hours shadowing a farrier in his community. So farrier is a type of career.
Is it the first one?
Not the first one.
The experimental?
I think you're close. I think you're probably thinking the right one. It's exploratory. So it's probably hard for you to see the words too. But exploratory, so exploring different careers. So this one is exploring a career. So that is exploratory. All right, Adrian did an experiment designed to test different fertilizers on grasses in his pasture. So what would that be?
Experimental.
Yes, thank you, Leah. He's doing an experiment, so that is experimental. All right, Brooke is looking for possible future careers and is searching the requirements of becoming a veterinarian. So what would this one be?
Is it exploratory?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Leah. Exploratory is correct. All right, Steve is working at Tractor Supply that sells feed and horse grooming products. Eli, what'd you get for this one?
Which one?
Steve's working at Tractor Supply that sells feed and horse grooming products.
Placement.
Placement is correct. Thank you. All right, Keith is computerizing the breeding records for his sheep farm. Dylan, what did you get for this one? Not supplementary. Anybody get anything different? All right, this one is actually improvement. So it's here on this slide. And that I can see where it would be confused with supplementary because it is something small that you can do in a day or two or less than a day. But because it's taking the records and computerizing them, you know, making them up to date, modern, that is considered an improvement. All right, and the last one, John's changing the oil in a tractor that he uses for mowing his pasture. So what would this one be? So he's changing his oils, not usually something that's going to take multiple days. So what would it be?
Is it entrepreneurship?
Not entrepreneurship. Anybody get anything different? All right, this one's going to be supplementary. So it's something that can be done in a day or less. So supplementary means it's just kind of adding to your SAE, something small that you can add on. So that one is supplementary. All right, any questions on any of those? Any confusion? All right, today you are to complete the notes on slide 10 today. So, or page 10 in your workbook. For slides, I think it would be like 20, 21 through 26. So you'll complete these notes today if you have not already. Any questions? All right, well, if you don't have any questions or need any other help, you can go ahead and get off and work on your notes and make sure you get those done, and we'll go over the other worksheets tomorrow. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Good to see you.
Mr. Hart,
Yes, sir.
do we turn in like the workbook pages like separate, like or just like all at the same time?
You would turn them in all at the same time. You'll just upload it back to Canvas when we're done with it.
Okay. All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.